But think about if you're putting 30, 40% towards your debt, and then think about all that other money that you can be putting towards other things, living, traveling, getting things fixed around the house, is to divide these amounts over my remaining paychecks of the year. I found a formula, which I'll link below. I'm considering some sinking funds because there's a lot of things I want to do. I'm excited about that. And I'll also get an idea of how much extra I can put towards my mortgage. Baby step 6. Hey friend, Debt Free D here. I hope you are doing well today. We're going to get right to it. I'm on baby step 4, which is to contribute 15% of your income to retirement. I started baby step 4 in January and at the same time was trying to max out my 2020 accounts. That's my 2020 HSA and my 2020 Roth IRA. So in January, I actually contributed 33% of my income to retirement. In February, 42%. In March, a whopping 64% of my income to retirement. And so far for April, 17%. Now that my 2020 accounts have been fully maxed out, I'm going to adjust my contributions to meet that 15% while simultaneously reaching for some 2021 goals that I set for myself. As a refresher, I'm already putting 6% of my income to my 401k, and I'm trying to decide between the Roth IRA and the HSA which to prioritize over the other. I'm hoping to max out both. The HSA pulls ahead just a little bit because of its triple tax advantage and because it has so many perks. So I'm going with the 2021 HSA to max out first. So we're going to move over to Excel and get to calculating. Okay, so I have a fresh Excel document open and ready to go. And I placed my salary in field A1 and I've hidden column A. So when you see me reference A1, my salary is in that field. So I'm going to get started with the 15%. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is put a formula that is A1 times 15.15, and that is 15% of my salary. So let's get started with, say, the 401k. So I'm already contributing 6% to my 401k. That's up to my employer's match. So I'm just going to add a quick header of 401k, and I already know that is 6%. Okay, and let me make this as large as I can. I thought it was already pretty large, but let me just make it a bit larger just in case we need to see it even clearer. So, okay, the 401k is 6%. So what I'm going to do is just add here what that amount is. So A1 times the 6%, that gives me $4,505.46. So next up, because I'm prioritizing my HSA over my Roth IRA to start, is my health savings account. And so here I'm just looking at the math here and just eyeballing it, that the maximum for 2021, I should be able to contribute to my 2021 HSA. And that maximum for 2021 is $3,600. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And so what I want to do is just see how these two relate to this amount. So let's just add something that sums these two. Let's see here, sum of these two. So these two already account for $8,100 of the $11,000. Okay, and so what I'm going to do then is take this minus this to see what's left. So that is going to the Roth IRA. Minus this amount. Okay, and you can see it equals that $3,158.19. And of course, like we said, the 401k makes up 6%. The health savings account would make up about 5%. The Roth IRA would make up about 4%. All of those added together is 15% of my income. So a couple things to consider here is several things actually to consider. But what I'm going to do first is to divide these amounts over my remaining paychecks of the year. I found a formula, which I'll link below, that helps you to, with today's date, decipher on a bi-weekly basis how many paychecks you have left in the year. So I have 18 paychecks. And so I'm going to take this amount and divide it by 18. Okay, that's an even $200. And then I'm going to do the same for this amount as well. And that is $175.46. So this is definitely good to know. Of course, the $200 I would set up to go directly from my payroll to my HSA. And then the Roth IRA contributions, I would make those contributions. I can automatically set those up to be withdrawn from my credit union account into my Roth IRA account as well. But another thing to consider is contributions already made so far in the year. It's April, so I've actually contributed towards these accounts already. So for my HSA, I have contributed $704.12. So I am going to subtract that. So we're going to take this minus $704.12. And so that is a remaining $2,895.88. That is what I can contribute to max out my HSA. That's what I have left to contribute. Now, another thing to consider is that my employer contributions also count toward this amount. So if I look ahead and I think my employer is going to contribute any other income into my HSA, I'll need to take that into account as well, because I don't want to over contribute. Now for my Roth IRA, I have contributed $315.79. And because the Roth IRA contribution is so much higher than I plan to make within this 15%, I'm not as concerned about what contributions I've made so far this year. It doesn't look like if I follow this plan, I'll be close to that max of $6,000. So I'm not going to be too hard pressed about that now, but I will consider that if and when I start to focus on the 2021 Roth IRA and maxing that out. So now that for my HSA, I've accounted for contributions already made, I'm going to take that amount and see how much that is divided out over the remaining pay periods of the year. So we will do this divided by 18, and that's $160.88 per pay period. So in one of my recent videos, I talked to you about how I need to adjust my HSA contributions through my employer's website to make sure I'm contributing enough to meet this max. It's just a little different, and maybe there's just a learning curve for me. But instead of focusing on that $3,600 or that $2,800, I'm actually really going to focus on that $160.88. I know that if I'm not expecting my employer to contribute much more than that distributed over these next 18 pay periods should get me to that $2,895 or so, and get me to maxing out my 2021 HSA. I may have to kind of finagle that. I can't screen record that adjustment, but I will insert a screenshot so you know what adjustments were made, so that at the end of this year, I will have contributed $3,600 to my HSA. So fam, that's practically it. 6% to my 401k, about 5% to my 2021 HSA. That's $160.88 over the next 18 pay periods. 4% to my 2021 Roth IRA. That's about $175.46 over the next remaining pay periods. And that's it. That is my 15%. That is my baby step 4. So I'm really, really excited about this. I'm going to set my contributions on automatic, definitely checking in on the HSA because that's the focus. I want to make sure I don't over contribute. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. But for the most part, everything else will be pretty automatic. I'm going to, from there, kind of assess my comfort level and make sure I get comfortable with how much is in my budget after making those automatic 15% contributions. I'm considering some sinking funds because there's a lot of things I want to do. I'm excited about that. And I'll also get an idea of how much extra I can put towards my mortgage. Baby step 6, you know I'm elated to get to that step. So I was so excited about this. I wanted to share this with you, and hopefully this motivates you as well, because I want you to think about this. Think about all the money you're putting toward debt. If you are still working on your debt and towards your debt freedom, good job. Keep going. You can do it. But think about if you're putting 30, 40% towards your debt, take a chunk of that 15% and put it towards your investment. Put that on autopilot as best you can. And then think about all that other money that you can be putting towards other things, living, traveling, getting things fixed around the house, getting your car fixed, like having wonderful vacations and experiences and all that stuff. And so this is something I hope you are looking forward to if you're still working on paying off debt, or if you are trying to figure out how to work your baby step forward. Hopefully this gave you some insight. As always, you know, I am looking for insight as well, so feel free to share below anything you think I may have missed or not considered. Please. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. Thank you. I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.